Welcome to the Slovak Kitchen, where stories simmer, ferment, and bubble over with tradition. I'm Gabriela, and today we're talking about a vegetable that doesn't always get the respect it deserves: cabbage. But not just any cabbage, Slovak cabbage. This leafy green has fed empires, healed grandmas, and quite possibly saved more winters than central heating. In Slovakia, cabbage isn't just a food, it's a survival strategy, a cultural anchor, and a source of pride. In the Carpathian Basin, where winters are long and fierce, families needed food that could last, nourish, and adapt. Cabbage did all of that and more. It grows well in our climate, stores beautifully, and when fermented, it becomes a powerhouse of nutrition. Kapusta cabbage was one of the very few sources of vitamins during the winter months when fresh fruit was nearly impossible to get. It kept families healthy, fed, and even employed. Farmers in Záhorie, a region known for its rich black soil and long summers, grew cabbage not just for their own tables but for sale. Some even exporting it to Vienna and Germany once the railways were built. The cabbage from Záhorie, locally called zili, was legendary for its sharp, peppery flavor. Some said it tasted faintly of horseradish, and it quickly became prized across borders. Come autumn, cabbage season became fermentation season. The entire community gathered to shred, salt, and stomp cabbage into barrels. This process wasn't just food prep. It was a ritual, a sensory memory, a neighborhood event. Barrels were packed with salted cabbage and often flavored with caraway seeds. Families used their feet to stomp it down, and the fermenting process preserved it through the winter. The result was kaisla kapusta, sauerkraut, rich in vitamin C and natural probiotics. It became the go-to ingredient for soups, side dishes, and even healing remedies. No cabbage story is complete without kapustnica, the famous Christmas sauerkraut soup. Every family has their variation, with sausage, smoked pork, dried mushrooms, or prunes. In the northeast, you might find machanka, a dish made from just sauerkraut juice and mushrooms, thickened with flour into something more like a tangy gravy. But cabbage goes far beyond soup. Think of holubki, cabbage rolls stuffed with ground meat and rice, or strapachki, little dumplings tossed with sauerkraut and bacon, or zabijachkova kapusta, a rich stew made during pig slaughter season with fresh meat and sauerkraut bubbling together in winter glory. In hot weather, fermented cabbage juice was a traditional drink, salty, tangy, hydrating. It cooled people down in the summer fields long before anyone had heard of kombucha. And yes, there were even cabbage-based cakes. In places like Záhorie, sweet kapustniki or zelelniki were made with fresh cabbage, grated, spiced, and baked in soft dough. This week, we'll be baking them together in our live cooking session, so don't miss that. Cabbage has long been part of Slovak folk medicine. Sauerkraut juice was taken for vitamin C. Cabbage juice treated intestinal parasites. Compresses made of cabbage leaves were placed on swollen joints, sore knees, and aching backs to relieve pain. Modern science now confirms what grandmothers always knew. Cabbage contains vitamins A, B1, B2, C, and K, and even one known as vitamin U, which is thought to help with ulcers. Whether you ate it, drank it, or wrapped it around your leg, cabbage was healing. In Slovakia, cabbage isn't just food, it's a reflection of the people. Resilient, humble, resourceful. It stood in when times were tough. It celebrated weddings, marked Christmas, soothed the sick, and fed the hungry. From barrel to bowl, from flatbread to fermented juice, cabbage tells a story of survival, creativity, and deep connection to land and tradition. Thank you for spending time with us in the Slovak Kitchen. If this episode made you hungry or brought back a memory of a cabbage dish from your family table, share it with someone you love. Until next time, eat well, stay curious, and remember, even the humblest vegetable has a noble story to tell.